Welcome to Rhinos and Aliens. Yo, can I just say something?
What's up?
If I don't come with the normal energy I normally do come, it's because I finally got some pussy and I'm tired as fuck.
Word. Oh, my man. That sound good.
No semen retention. That sound bad.
Hey, I didn't come.
Really?
Yeah, I held it.
Why'd you
What?
do that?
Isn't that the whole point of it?
Yeah.
No, but what the hell made you do that? Like, for real, though.
When I have sex, I legit only have sex to please the woman.
Yeah, but it's a
Man, when
certain...
we had this conversation, you made it seem like that was so far off. And
I'm
now
starting
you're
to
telling me
take this back.
Right. You finally have sex and then you don't nut.
That's what's up, though. But I just didn't understand that.
I guess this better be a bad bitch.
Yeah, I just didn't understand the premise. Like,
The point is, you get sick of using your hand. You want the real thing.
yeah.
Yeah, but
You let that thing
you're
go.
supposed to also let it go.
He said, you let that thing off.
Right.
Let that thing go. Like,
Use your hand to come. Why not use that to come? The
yeah, I'm
fuck?
taking my shit back.
Yeah.
You ain't-
You. I don't know, buddy.
Something else. He is something else.
That's a good thing, though, especially during this quarantine. The fact that you actually made contact.
Getting some cheeks.
Yo, you'd be surprised how many women don't want to make contact.
No,
That's
they
a
don't.
lot.
They don't.
Tinder, they be going crazy on the Tinder.
Bro, that's the point, bro. You're on Tinder. You swipe right on me. I'm trying to bust a nut. Figuratively.
But you ain't
Figuratively.
busted
Yeah, I was gonna say, but you didn't. So it doesn't even count.
Keep
Bro.
Keep that memo out your mouth.
Yeah.
Fact.
You I don't know how
I'm
you
trying
did-
to have a sexual act. Is what
Exactly.
he meant to say.
Girl, he basically was like, "You trying to bust a nut? I'm trying to make you bust a nut. Like, I'm trying to make you come. Like, what the fuck?" That's like at the end of the drink where the guys would be like, "Did you nut?" She had to ask you.
Did you not? Hell no. I
Did
made
you
sure
nut?
you did, though.
You lied too. You like, I mean, yeah.
Well, I respect this woman so much that I didn't fake the orgasm, which I've been doing a lot. So, hey,
So did you nut or did you not nut?
I didn't nut.
He didn't know.
But you,
I didn't fake it either, though.
Yeah.
all right. I guess.
That's basically what I do. You practice semen retention. You just fuck her into goddamn submission until she's done, and then.
Explain the semen retention.
Well, basically, you do exactly what you did, but you do that on like a consistent basis. Like you just don't release an orgasm. Like every single time you have a sexual act, you basically just retain your semen. Like you go through the whole act, and every time you're getting ready to come, you basically. When you getting ready to nut, you want to last longer, you switch positions. Mm-hmm. You keep doing that. And, as she keep coming, you just let her keep coming. And, like, honestly, that shit make me feel like the man. Like, I feel like the man. Like, when she come, like, don't you be feeling like the man? She's like, she screaming, she come, like, shit, that shit's good enough for me.
Yeah, but
what
right
if
after that, it's like, shit, all right, it's time for me to get mine off.
So he's basically doing what we do, but because I don't come fast at all, bro. I don't care what type of pussy.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna hold you. I don't.
But that's not the point. The
So
point
it's like
is you're supposed to make her
she
come.
at least come at least 3 times.
Yeah, you can make her come as many times as you want. But at the end of the results, you're supposed
You
to
ain't
have your shit off.
He's like, I always want my icing on the cake.
Exactly.
Icing goes on the cake.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter how many layers, I'm going to get the icing on.
Exactly.
Okay.
And you just never put the icing on the cake.
It's
You
No
just,
plain ass cake.
you just had a pound cake.
It's 'cause
That's
of-
it.
Energy, yo.
No glaze, no nothing.
How y'all feel? Like my boy just said, as soon as he said, he's like, yo, man, if I feel a little depleted or my energy's a little low, it's because, well, actually, he didn't release, but
No, my energy was low because I haven't been able to sleep for 24 hours, and I had sex for a lot longer than I was expecting. Because the woman was like, blah 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 blah, and I'm like, yo, what men have you been with? And she's like, no, it's not the men, blah 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 blah. So we got past that certain time limit, and I'm like, yo, you're still wet as fuck. And I kept going, and she kept staying wet. And then got to a certain point, you're up for 24 hours, and it's been a good minute since I've had sex, so I got tired.
Understandable.
But I did not nut. And the crazy
How
part,
long did this sex session go?
let's say it was less than 2 hours, but longer than an hour, and there was 4 rounds.
Yeah. That's a considerable amount of work. I'd have to say.
And the way I would say it, it
Four
wasn't
rounds is, that's
it wasn't a cardio.
about normal.
It was more so a bodybuilding intercourse. I wasn't doing the jackrabbit, but I was getting my thrust on.
Okay. All right.
I don't know how I feel about this.
Yeah, I'm gonna just stay quiet. That's what I've been doing.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this.
I still feel like you should have glazed her.
Definitely. Honey glaze. Definitely. Icing on the cake.
Krispy Kreme.
I didn't expect this to get as deep. I just wanted to give you guys a quick memo. But we can start the show whenever you're ready. Donyhal, bro.
Oh, I thought we started already.
This is deep. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Rhinos Aliens show, episode 89.
What? In the
Yeah.
butt?
We are the #1 podcasting crew in Western New York. I am your host, the Don Dada of all Dons. Hello. We actually have two. We got my main man. He ain't been on the camera on a while, you know.
Long hair, don't care.
Exactly. White Lajorius.
What's up, guys?
We also have a new host. Introduce yourself, my man. I said new host.
A new guest.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Everybody knows me as Damien Michaels. My friends know me as Piper.
Yeah, Piper.
Yeah.
You get that pipe in.
Pipe it up.
My man.
Yeah. But you can follow me at Damien Michaels or Damien Michaels __9 on Instagram.
And then we also got my man Conscience in the background.
Know what it is, man.
Yo, this conscience sounds a little different.
He sound black.
I'm all for it.
He sounds black. He sounds like he has a pretty big penis.
All right.
You know what it is.
All right.
Yo, conscience agrees.
What's going on, everybody? How you guys doing today?
Doing good.
Well, everybody knows how I'm doing already, so I'm not even gonna.
Yeah.
We got you.
Backed up.
Yeah.
That's how you feeling.
Blue balls.
Backed up pipes. That's how you feeling. Cause I know that's how I would feel.
The kids trapped at daycare.
Exactly. Your kids is quarantined.
Yo, by the way, have you guys seen the TV show Butthole, or what is it called? It's on Netflix. Mati.
It's a TV show called Butthole.
Yeah, it's an animated show. Mati
No, I don't.
I don't think it's a call.
on Netflix.
Butthole.
Butt Naked. It is about kids in middle school.
Oh, is it an animated one? That's not Butthole.
But what is it called? It's some butt face,
Where they,
whole face,
they have the orgasm or
the orgasm monster,
the puberty monster.
Oh, Big Mouth.
Yeah, big
mouth.
Like what?
Yeah,
It was
I about to say
some-
butthole.
Like, where the hell is this going?
Right?
We started at Butthole, got all the way to Big Mouth.
Where the fuck did he get butthole
Where did
from?
you get butthole from?
Well, I know it was one of the holes, and I'm just obsessed with buttholes. So
This guy is out of control.
Yeah, but yeah, big mouth.
that show's awesome.
That show's amazing.
I told you it was awesome.
I know you guys. When you said that would be the perfect TV show for me, you nailed it.
Watch
'Cause-
Sex Education next.
Yes, I'm getting
Sex Education on.
It's on
Netflix.
Netflix, bro.
There's
It's
2
a show.
seasons.
It's
yeah,
a
called
nice
Big,
show,
big
bro.
Mouth. Yeah.
Is it really?
That
actually-
show's
No,
nice,
no,
bro.
Sex Education.
Watch that.
I'm
shit.
looking at you. You're like, that's
So, bro, watch that shit, bro.
Sex Education.
Oh,
Yeah.
sex education. Well, yeah, I know that.
Oh, okay.
What about it?
Well, that's what they started talking about.
Oh,
Yeah.
got it.
And I didn't want you talking about Big Mouth, and then they're talking about sex education, and it's like,
No.
yo, we're talking about sexual education of big mouths.
All right, I'm gonna check.
I
it
like
out.
it.
Definitely check it out.
It's pretty funny. It's like Family Guy, but a little bit more.
Oh, it's much
X-rated.
You would never be able to do that shit on cable. There's a puberty monster that is awesome.
All of them are.
He was like, "Oh, so you got off to a tomato this time. Interesting."
Still round. It's perfect.
They got like little, what is they? Like little hairy dicks.
Yo.
Yo, bro, there's one episode where he's putting it in his mouth and he says, "Sorry, I had this in my mouth." And then 5 seconds later, he was like, he's observing the penis, and then he says, "Wait a minute, this one isn't my penis."
Yeah. And then they got the female hormones.
Yeah, I'm not as big of a fan of her. Just
Her voice is annoying.
that's what kills me.
Her voice is annoying as fuck.
I like her sex switch though. Like
Yeah.
when she's ready to do some shit, she's ready to do some shit.
Because it knows what female hormones are. They're
Literally.
unbalanced.
Yeah.
So this show's supposed to be tutorial or teaching you something along the way? Or?
Not exact. Well,
Yeah, in a way, yeah.
yeah.
It is.
But it's
kinda.
R-rated. It's
Yeah.
full blown R-rated.
Yeah.
It's like the shit you thought about, but you would never say, or you didn't know that you was doing type
Oh,
shit.
I'm gonna like that.
They expose
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, no, it's basically the sex version of Family Guy.
Literally. It's pretty good though.
What are they in high school or something like that? I think they are?
No, middle school.
Middle school.
They're in middle school doing this. I was doing this shit in middle school too. I don't know,
That's
I
why
think
it's
about
so
it.
funny.
It's mad accurate.
Because because it's like you literally just go through puberty at that time, or it started to, I should say.
Yeah.
That's why it's hilarious.
Start going wild with the lotion, or no, or just
Like
bare
that
hand.
one. Is he?
Or bare hand.
What is
Thank
he?
you.
Irish? No, he's the
There's one
tall
Jew.
one. Oh, yeah, he's Jewish.
Well, the short one is Jewish, and then the other one is some type of Italian or something.
Yeah, yeah. No, the tall one's Jewish.
Yeah,
one
the
with
tall
red
one,
hair.
yeah, is Jewish. The other one is some type of
Italian or something like
Yeah.
that. And his parents is freaks.
Yo, but it's funny
Yo,
because
his parents is nasty.
they're sensual freaks. They're the type of people that get turned on by anything. There's one episode where the older daughter and then the younger son are talking about what makes sex. What is so great about sex, and they get turned on. The parents get turned on that their kids are discussing this, and then they go fuck right after.
I'd do something like that.
That's deep.
It's being sapiosexual. It's like you just like being mentally stimulated and you're like, yeah,
No,
now
that's-
I want to fuck.
They get mentally stimulated
Okay.
with anything.
I feel that. That's what's up.
Okay, so we ready to get into some serious dun dun dun. Okay, so I already know how Piper feels about this, but I just want to give the updates. The coronavirus has hit 2.7 million people, killed over 180,000 people, and it's made China's economy fall 6.8%, which is the first time China's economy has not grown in
At all,
44
yeah.
years since 1976. How do we feel about this?
I mean,
Let's be honest. Oh, but since there's a moment of silence, New York State has officially locked down. The lockdown has been pushed back till May 15th due to three key virus indicators worsening: the percentage of people testing positive, intensive care patients, and people admitted to hospitals. The virus is complicating custody cases, upending Jewish traditions, and destroying public transportation.
Our buses still runs. I don't know about trains. Public transportation, my ass.
But this is just a basic overall New York State.
Yeah. I know LA is damn near.
They be close as
More
hell on them
shut down than
goddamn
us.
trains. I wouldn't want to be over there either. Shit.
The China part. Or what was it?
China, the first time in 44 years.
I mean,
Damn.
it is a lot because that's a lot. They got a lot of people regardless. So it's whatever to me, though.
I don't think you really have to. I mean, sometimes we say it's whatever, but on the other end, China, if we see straight off the gate, like while we were still working, Panasonic inside of the
Tesla.
warehouse, yeah, they shut down specifically because they were making all the China stuff. Like a lot of places
Make
had
shit
to shut down way before the shutdown
because of China.
It made China stuff. So
Well, technically, we shut down a week before the actual shutdown because of the materials.
Yeah. Which cut back hours, cut back everything. Everything got cut back. So we can say it don't affect us, but as we can see, it affects us.
Yeah, because China is so heavily influenced in America.
And our economy is the way it is. It's all because of the import-export between us and China and the fact that China makes everything. I forget who I was even talking to. I was at work talking to somebody about it. I don't even know if it was you. I was talking to somebody, and it was like, yeah, that's probably made in China. I was like, nah, it's not. And then I think it might have actually been my boots. And then I went and I picked up my boots, and I was like, yo.
Made in China.
Boots made in China. So... yeah.
And if it's not China, it's close to China. Vietnam or something like that.
Yeah. Korea. I feel like everything is made in China, truthfully.
Yeah. Even if it's not made in China, it's made in the US. The material itself
Comes from
China.
Yeah. We get a lot of stuff from other places, though.
Yeah,
Even if
but
we make it.
yeah, but the quantity is so massive, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even our chicken processes in this country, which is crazy. A lot of people don't know because we're so cheap. Like our factories are, well, Americans, they want to be paid like $15, $16, $17 an hour. So that's why our chicken doesn't get processed here. They go, fuck y'all. They take the chicken, send it all the way to China, process it there. That's why if you look on all your chicken nuggets and stuff, process it in the China factory and then it's sent back here. Like literally here, send it to China, y'all process it there, send it back over here.
That's a good segue though, because with this current situation with unemployment, how are people going to go back to work where they're making less money actually working than on unemployment?
Who?
Bro, a lot of people make less than $16 an hour, and if you're getting any type of
Oh, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. But I mean, you wouldn't see it long, though.
bro, the 600 plus thing goes till July 1st. So if you started unemployment in March, that's basically most of March, April, May, June. That's 4 months where you were making more money on unemployment doing nothing.
He's right, because right now at the current moment, I'm actually sitting here looking and I'm just going, man, if I'm making this much, because I'm just about making about what I'd be making working both my jobs.
2 jobs.
Right now making unemployment. So you have to ask yourself, before I was just like, yo, man, when they gonna get ready to go back to work? Now I'm just like, we cool. Cuomo, you said what, May 15th or May 25th? Or July?
I think I heard July 1st.
I mean, I'm not opposed to just staying home and getting paid. I'm always down to stay home and get paid.
But that's going to be everybody's attitude, And
But
that's
when I go back to work,
workplace.
I'm pretty much going to make the same or close to it.
Yeah, that's a good point. But my thing is, unless you're making significantly more actually working, even if you're making the same working as, why would you want to work when you can make the same?
Sitting down, doing whatever at home.
Yes,
I mean,
especially
that makes
for
sense.
you, because you don't have to drive 40 minutes, bro.
That's true. I also don't got to work 7 days a week.
Yeah.
But sitting at home definitely gets depressing sometimes.
When you're by yourself, it could, yes.
Exactly.
But that's
You're
why
just watching TV or playing a game or something.
You see a ton of people going to them liquor stores and shit.
Yes. I bet you
Liquor
liquor
store
stores.
was lit. I was just
Yo,
I was
it's
looking at the
hell,
liquor store. I'm
baby.
like, yo.
I guarantee they is making more money than ever.
The liquor store somehow, some way, essentials.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's
Don't know
right.
how, but
I said the same thing.
essential.
I said, why is they still open?
Just like stay home and drink. I don't give a fuck.
Exactly.
like that's the healthy thing to do when you're, especially if you're
Close
lonely.
the gyms.
Close the gyms, but leave the liquor stores open. That's amazing.
I gotta post that. I'm gonna post that.
That's
You did it
amazing.
right on. You get it right on the spot.
Like, that's really crazy.
As if Americans don't have the worst health problems already.
Yo, but another
McDonald's open.
another segue.
Grubhub.
Burger King.
Yo, another segue though.
That shit about to be crazy.
I'm getting pissed off how people keep emphasizing how America now has the most deaths, Well, when America is one of the 10 most populated countries in the world, combined with the fact we are the least healthy of any first world country, when a massive virus comes, what does a virus do to unhealthy people? It fucks you up, if not kills you.
This is true. It's definitely true. That's why I drink.
Yeah, but
at the liquor store.
liquor is a depressant too. People don't realize that.
Yeah.
It is a depressing one.
It feels good in the moment, but the moment that moment's gone, it's like fucking an ugly bitch. Yeah, it feels good when you bust that nut, but once that moment's gone, shame.
This is true. And that's why you drink again. Because then that moment's again. Nah, I don't know. I don't drink that much, but
Me either.
it was good in the moment, regardless.
Since we were talking about China, because before this situation, there was the entire trade war thing with Trump and China, and then there's the whole NBA situation.
I'm so pissed about that, bro.
What NBA situation?
A GM for the Houston Rockets called out China about how they're treating Hong Kong, and then China banned the NBA.
So we can't do USA and China no more?
Nope. China doesn't schedule. It doesn't broadcast any NBA games anymore. So the NBA lost hundreds of millions of dollars.
Since when did they do that, though?
Whenever that happened, sometime at the end of last year.
Never knew it was that long ago.
I
That's
know.
crazy. I didn't even hear about that.
Right.
So my question is, do you believe Americans are finally starting to question or realize the cost of doing business with a communist country as powerful as China?
Did they, ask that question again? I'm sorry.
Do you believe Americans are finally catching on to the price that we have paid and are going to continue to pay when we are so entwined with such a powerful country as China, which is a communist country?
I think so. Definitely. Because not only that, but, like, China is they are big fans of NBA.
But I'm just not talking about NBA. I'm talking about everything. We just had a 10-minute conversation about our boots, our headphones.
Oh, yeah.
Everything is made in China.
Then you know what the thing is? When you say that, the way I look at it from our perspective,
Yeah.
we're the USA and we're a tree. China is our soil. We don't got no soil nowhere else. China's our soil. Like, in order for our tree to grow, America to grow, our business to grow, no matter what it is you want to make or invent, if you want to make money off of that, you can't have your labor here. You're going to have to go through China, just like everybody else with all their electronic and their companies through China so that you can make your money. That's everybody. Like, even if you want to start a business now, you want to do wholesale. Because I looked it up. As soon as you get ready to go do it, you go right on, you get right online and you end up in China to buy all your products. So technically speaking, China is like our soil. Like, we need it to grow.
That's a good metaphor.
As sad as it is, like, there's nothing we can do about it. It's our soil. We need it to grow.
Beautifully said.
It's true, though. Can we go to Mexico?
So,
That's our soil for avocados, but
They really gonna put the bridge up.
okay, so to use that soil metaphor, do you think our enterprises have become too reliant on just profit, and it was a mistake to economically legalize their country to where we got all our fertilizer from them?
yes. I mean, yes. It's always, that's always a problem. That's just like, even if you're a distributor, even if you distribute drugs, what you don't want to do with your whole operation is put it all on one dude. If you make your one connect, this one guy, and your whole
They have all the power.
operation, not only that, if the FBI, somebody knocks him, you're fucked and you're left.
You don't have
if
no
you haven't
income.
seen Cartel or anything like that, when they get knocked and you ain't got nobody coming, you left scrambling for somebody. You better find somebody real quick, because if everybody know you ain't got nothing and people moving on your territory, then you done. You know what I'm saying? So the whole thing's connected. That's the way it is. And so basically in that situation, like even like with China, it's just like it's either, because this goes to us being like self-sufficient. Like, let's try and think of other countries who are actually self-sufficient, who actually basically on an economic level like Japan. Japan is not in debt. Japan has fucking, you know how we're trillions of dollars in debt? Japan has like surplus money. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, look at a country like that, or you know, one that can, on an economic level.
Which is crazy because Japan imports basically everything because of their island situation. And the fact that they are in a surplus just shows you how they're always thinking ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, because we're consumers. You know, all we're doing is consuming. And because we're consuming, we're consistently taking things from all of those, you know, sufficient countries.
Yeah.
We're taking the stuff in from them when they're sending theirs out. You know what I'm saying? So that's the whole thing. Like India, you know, India's number one thing is like India doesn't have a product. They don't have a wood. They don't have anything. India's number one export is fucking people. They export their people, and then their people do the work where they are, and then that money ends up back in India.
Yeah. Well, because they're very family oriented.
Oh.
Yeah.
With their religious system and stuff.
That's why they own 60 to 70% of the hotels here in the United States. That's just absolutely insane for in like one entire race to just own all the hotels.
Who do you think owns most of the Black Beauty stores?
Arabians?
Asians, if you,
Koreans.
Asians, Koreans.
Specifically Koreans.
Yeah.
Koreans own, depending on which statistics you look at, 85 to 90%.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
And then the rest is owned by another Asian group, whatever it may be. Chinese, Japanese.
Vietnamese.
Yeah.
This probably is Vietnamese.
Because they have the plug. When you got the plug, like all of those products,
Yeah,
where are
'cause-
they made? They're made there. All they have to do
All
is
the hair.
come, open up the shop, the box, call their people there, and just open up the pipeline, and now you just easy breezy. You know what I'm saying? They just caking it right there. You know, if you want to step into that light, what do you have to do? You have to step into that, and then you have to cut into their line. And if you cut into that line and try and do the same thing, you're going to have to try and communicate with their people and try and get the same exact price for the same exact product. And you know damn well they ain't going to give you the same exact price as they give them for that product.
Yeah, why would they sell to black people when they're going to sell to their own kind?
Exactly.
High up the profit.
Yeah. Well, it's the same thing when you have rich white people come into the hood for drugs. Any smart black man, he's going, oh, you rolling up in a Royce? Okay.
Yeah. Sounds
We're going,
about right.
We're going double that price.
Triple. You said the Rolls Royce.
Yeah. I'm about to say, he got a ghost. Man, this is a whole 50 ball.
Give him a dub.
With seeds in it.
Okay, so this somewhat relates to China. Why are Americans, specifically the younger generation, so fascinated with socialism? They're a die for socialism, or at least they say they would. But the moment it comes to communism and fascism, everyone more or less universally agrees. Oh, fuck those. I'm only asking because I'm getting to a point that I want to.
Because it seems like with the communism and fascism, you literally have like almost like a totalitarian government that like literally oversees every single thing it is that you do, and doesn't necessarily give you much freedom, so to speak, right?
Okay.
Now you have the socialist government, which actually doesn't actually give you freedom, but gives you the illusion of freedom. And people love the illusion of freedom. You know, it gives them the illusion that they can do things that they actually can't do in like a communist government. You get what I'm saying?
Because communism and fascism, they don't give you the illusion whatsoever.
There we go.
Gotcha. Okay. No, that's. I was only asking because if people really looked into it, fascism and communism is just a bracket of socialism. Technically, those two things are socialism. They're just a different version.
Yeah. There's one just lighter. One's like one's like close and one's far away, so to speak.
Yeah.
Which is weird, but that's the way I see it.
Okay, so I just want to point out the differences. Communism has everything controlled directly by the government. They own everything. Fascism has everything indirectly controlled by the government, a la heavy taxes on corporations and the rich. So fascism is not as extreme as communism, but more extreme than socialism, to where it gives a slight illusion of freedom, but you're getting taxed out your butthole.
Like everything in America.
But just imagine that 2-3 times worse with no ownership of anything.
I mean, if it was put upon us now, then the whole world would, the whole America would be upset. But if we was already in it, it would just be normal.
No, but I just like how now more than ever, for example, dogs, right? Mm-hmm. Dogs are all come from wolves. But for whatever reason, we look at certain dogs not as dangerous as others.
Chihuahuas.
But let's take those. No, I'm talking about, let's say you have a German Shepherd, you have a Rottweiler, and then you have a Pit Bull, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
There's different degrees to the danger of these 3 animals, but they still all come from the wolf. So if you put too much trust into any one of these 3 animals, and you look away at the wrong time, your throat's done. You're a dead man. So yes, socialism seems like it's so cool and it's the hip thing to do, but that's because it's fully embellished in this illusion of being so great. When if you look down at the roots, it's not that different. It's just there's a different degree. A pit bull, if it doesn't fuck with you, yeah, you're done from the get-go. A German Shepherd, it just might take more fucking with. You touch his butthole, that's what sets it loose.
Regardless, you're dealing with
Why
the
you
same.
gotta be his butthole?
Basically, regardless, you're dealing with the same instinct. At the end of the day,
Yes,
you're gonna deal with the same instinct. At the end of the day, yeah, I get what you're saying.
that's what I was trying to go for you. That was yes. Thank
He
you.
simplified it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you touched the butthole though.
So in that metaphor, socialism is it's the overall umbrella of these dogs. And it's the less extreme. But at the end of the day, it's still, if you allow it to, it can be as destructive and as demoralizing as fascism and communism. But communism is like the pit bull where it's going to fuck you right out the gate and you're going to see that shit coming 100 miles away.
Got it. So it's like one is straightforward, the other one is...
Yeah. Or let's do what we've been doing lately. Let's use the bitch metaphor.
What's the bitch metaphor?
The bitch metaphor is you just got that straight up hoe. Everybody knows she's a hoe. Everybody knows if you try to fuck her, she's gonna fuck you over. So don't expect the hoe to be loyal. But then you got the sneaky hoe. You got the female that makes everything look like the housewife.
Socialist hoe.
Yes. But behind your back, that's when she's getting dirty.
That's when she fucking your
Yes.
best friend.
Yes. That's when she's just sucking that cock. He jizz all over that mouth. And then she comes back home and
kiss
she
you.
Made a whole scene. That's just like this guy.
Bitches. That just made me hate bitches again. Ugh. I get on my goddamn nerves.
It's a love-hate relationship.
It really is.
It always is.
Okay, so to switch things up, if I ask you the question, let's say, okay, we have 8 billion people on this planet Earth. If I ask you the question, what do you think is the ratio in terms of sex of all these people with our ancestors? Meaning, do you think it's an equal 50-50 in terms of female-male? Do you think it's 40-60?
It's definitely more males back then than it was now.
No, but I'm saying if we can trace our DNA, let's say our great blah 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 grandfathers, and then great blah 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 grandmothers. Do you think we have more grandfathers or more grandmothers?
That's a good question.
I think it'll be too many moms.
You think there's more moms than fathers?
Yeah.
Okay, that's Conscious's
I
thought.
think it would be more I think it would be more grandmothers.
Okay, so he's with conscious Donyhal. Are we gonna get sweep, or are you gonna say fuck that? I'm going more cocks than vajayjays.
I want to say guys, but I'm pretty sure it's more females.
Well, you guys are correct, but you want to know the specific stats?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's more females.
So roughly millions of years ago, everybody's DNA can be traced back to where one man was knocking up every two women.
Sounds like me.
It really doesn't sound like much has changed.
Not at all.
Nope.
Knocking up every two women.
The whole point of that stat is
I don't knock up women, but
to point out how it's in male's DNA to not be the best parent. That we're there to give the seed. If the woman is worthy enough, either in bed or looks or whatever, he might stay to protect the child. But most of the time, the man knocks up one bitch, moves on to the next.
sadly but true.
I'm saying on average, of course.
On average, true.
And it's funny too because there's more women than men on the planet, yet most of the women are getting knocked up by the same men.
Yeah. Even though they don't even like them.
Yeah.
It just happens.
You know what I like to bring up?
Oh, okay. Bring this up.
On a conscious level, right? Because we never actually even think about this shit. We just come. We actually really think that this was always our structure. It was always like mom, dad, young kid, and yeah, be good parents, then grow up and da. But like when we first started fucking, and like she got pregnant, like was the man like around and like was the woman like communicating like, oh, I am having a child, and the man was like, oh, well, I will stay here and protect child and da, or was that nigga like long gone about it? Like
I know in Greek they don't give a fuck.
You know what I'm saying? Like any modern day, you know, like on like some animal kind of consciousness type shit. Like I'm mating to reproduce my species so off, but you know, not on a conscious level where I feel as if like, you know, I gotta
stay.
support. Yeah, I gotta support and.
Nah.
To answer your question, the only time that would happen is if they were already in a relationship beforehand, because women take at least a full month to show any signs of pregnancy. And most men don't notice the signs until 3-4 months in. So if they were in a relationship, they just move on because they're just trying to pipe.
And I don't think a relationship would be the situation, because that's another thing. We're having relationships now because, I don't know, either we're lonely or we see a benefit in them. But long way back then, think about it. You don't need somebody to help you pay your bills. You don't need somebody to, you don't need to put your hooks in the man so that he can buy you a house. You know what I'm saying? So like, what is the go-to right there outside of just breeding like animals?
Hunters and gatherers. Men normally didn't gather. They hunted. The women were to gather.
Okay. Unless you was lions.
Okay.
And then it switched.
True. In that case, but the men are always there for protection.
Yeah.
True.
But
And
women go and hunt.
Oh yeah, but look, we're not talking about lions. We're talking about
Okay.
we're talking about straight human beings. At some point when we as a species were able to communicate in some fashion, it's believed, the women say, you get pussy, you go hunt for me. And then he says, if I hunt for you, what are you going to do for me? Because I think that's an unfair trade. And then blah, 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 gathering. And then that's where all these social norms eventually evolved. And then it's just like everything else. Instead of doing the hunting and gathering, it's, okay, the woman's going to make sure the house is clean. I'm going to make sure the bills are paid. But if the bitch is really annoying, it's just dynamics at that point.
That's what I was looking for. I was looking for the dynamic of the relationship to make it so that they had what I guess a need for each other or a need to create a relationship at all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So are you Are you trying to figure out when you think that evolved to where there were dynamics?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out, because even just like you said, a male comes along, he's not going to see the signs of the pregnancy and this, that, and the third. So
There had to be more to get the man to stay.
and there's we love having sex with different women. So if there's like a woman right there, and we go bust a nut in that, and that feels good, and we gonna see another one, we gonna go, oh, I want to do that one too, and I want to do that one too, and like that's just the way we naturally think. We're not gonna be thinking like, oh, I did that one here, and I guess this is the one I should stay with now and take care of, and like we're not gonna be thinking like that, isn't?
Especially back then, millions of years ago, when we were even more animalistic.
And I don't even think even animalistic. I just think even just slightly before we were actually educated, like before we were educated on the proper, thing that a man should do or go about, as far as the whole breeding. I'm pretty sure we just made it, because if you even look at the indigenous tribes now and you look at how they ran, they do their own thing. It's just like
Good point.
it could be like this dude will have like eight to 10 wives or something crazy. It don't even matter.
He's the best of the tribe.
Yeah, he's just like, I go, I hunt, I come home, I fuck, I do that, and that's it. Y'all eat, y'all good. Like, and there is no fucking hierarchies, pays the bills, get down on my knee and give you this, and there's none of that. There's none of that structure that we apply to that we make it seem like we have to adhere to that in our lives, or we suck as a man, or if we're a woman and we can't get a man to get down on one knee and give us that fucking diamond, we suck as a fucking woman. How do we get all the way to the structure? You know what I'm saying? That's just crazy.
I would make the case.
And it's so
flat. To diverge, what entity created marriage and the concept of being faithful? Religion.
Yeah. Especially Christian. The Christians.
Well, technically, if we're being, Judaism was the first.
Oh, well, yeah.
And then that translated to Christianity. And what is religion at the end of the day? It was the original form of government. The original form of community.
Got you. Okay.
It definitely was. That makes sense.
Shot caller, so to speak.
Religion is the root of so many things that many people don't agree with nowadays.
Because I tell people that religion is so funny, because if you look at it on one aspect, you can look at it and it goes, oh, it brings people together. But if you actually think about it, it actually divides people, because it basically, now everybody should have their own thought process. Everybody should have their own, I believe everybody should be able to have their own belief system.
Okay.
But when you have a system where every single one of them says their system is the way, like my system is the way to heaven. No, your system is the way to heaven. My system is the way to heaven. You know what I'm saying? And then it starts to, that's why you had the holy wars back in the day, People don't even know about that. Holy wars, the Christian crusades, where people were literally going around burning your books and your beliefs and killing and burning you and calling you a heretic and blah, blah, blah. And a heathen,
so much history lost, too.
Simply because you didn't believe in my God, like in my guy that I made up in the sky, which is just like, yo, how can you?
That's true.
How can you do that? That's just like, that doesn't make any sense.
I learned all that from video games.
Yeah, how can you do that? Like, it's common sense. Like, you can't do, and that's across the board, because once you hit one, you gotta hit them all. You gotta hit every single one, because no matter if it's Judaism, if it's Buddhism, if it's Christianity, if it's Islam, no matter what it is, it's a book. A man made it. Then he made up rules, and then he had a whole bunch of people say, "Yo, man, we need to follow these rules, and we need to roll with this right here," or what? Or what? You're not gonna
no afterlife for you.
You're not gonna get. Well, not gonna get 40 virgins in one. Not gonna get into the pearly gates in another. Not gonna be able to hang out with Buddha and his people in another.
I heard a good joke though. What if in Islam, when when you died and it was the 60-something virgins, what if they were the trannies?
That would be horrible.
That's fucking sick.
So you're thinking you're gonna have a blessed life, but it's all these dicks slit open like vaginas.
But you know what?
That's
Let's
deep.
take it on a deeper level,
That's deep.
right? Because when people do this, because I noticed this in my mom, a lot of people do it because they get caught into the fear, and then two, they really, really think this is going to help them. When it's time for them to die, they think they're gonna actually go into some place that's gonna be more, I don't even know, more.
They think about death too much.
Heavenly, yeah, but they think about the afterlife of death and being able to go to what the fuck would make you actually what makes you actually want to go to heaven? What even makes you think in your fucking mind that you're gonna leave your human body in spirit form and go to heaven and be able to feel it? You don't go to heaven. You don't leave your human body where you're here with all your senses to feel on earth and have this whole experience to leave here to go somewhere else to have the same experience all over again. You think, because that's the thing. People only have one experience with this experience here, which is this life here on planet. So their experience somewhere else, they literally think, they can't think outside the realms of themselves. So instead of thinking I'm going to actually transcend this body, this spirit, and be in a completely other realm, something that's beyond my mind.
Hypothetically, yeah.
They go, oh no, I'm going to go from here to there, and when I get there, I'm going to have an arm, I'm going to have legs, I'm going to have eyes. I'm
The same
chilling.
form.
Yeah, and there's going to be air to breathe, and things are going to be beautiful. They go, pearly gates, it's going to look like this, and things are going to be great, and I'm going to do this all day, and I'm not going to have to work. People literally think this is how the fuck can you actually think that?
It's what they was raised on. It's what their belief said.
So are you trying to say they're closed-minded even though they think they're open-minded?
Yes. Because they, in an instant, they're like, oh, well, I want to believe that I'm going to transcend this body and da-da-da. And it's all right, cool. But then they just go, yeah, and then I'm going to go to heaven and this is going to happen and I'm going to go to a certain place, and then they point oh, it's up that way. And then hell, if I'm bad, then I'm going down there with the other guy, or, you know what I'm saying? And in some religions, if people notice it, they don't even have a hell. They just have a religion and you're supposed to do this. And if things go good.
It's a purgatory most of the time.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, that's what.
You're stuck between either one.
Yeah. They don't necessarily have a hell, but you're not going to a greater realm. So it's worse than the realm you're currently in when you're alive.
Right.
But if you say that, that's like being a ghost or a spirit.
I
Technically.
would make the case, though, a spirit would kind of be dope. A spirit is just another creature. When you're in purgatory, at least the way these religions set it up, it is a sense of not even living. You don't even have you don't have the spirit, the mindset that there is anything. You're just stuck in this endless loop of pointlessness and dread. At least a spirit or a ghost, depending if it's good or evil, they're still in this realm, whatever this realm is.
Yeah.
And so you still have the mindset, you still have the consciousness of this world.
Right. So in purgatory, you think they don't? Is not the same?
From the religion's perspective that they try to give human beings, that's what I get, the vibes I get.
Got it. So it's just nothing.
Yes. It's the only thing you're conscious of is that there is nothing. Just imagine being in detention and you're looking at that clock to become 4 o'clock, but it's 3:59 forever.
Now, since I did DMT and y'all said all the way nothing, that's exactly where DMT will take you. Nothing. Because your brain makes DMT when you're born, when you die, and when you have a lucid dream. And
Yes.
I've experienced DMT, and let me tell you, when you have that experience and you die and you go over to that other side, there is nothing and everything. There is nothing and everything is nothing. Like, everything is nothing. Like, the up, the down, this entire room, the books, everything, all the stuff that's in it is just a creation of the mind, of the collective mind of everybody on the planet, of what we understand all these things to be, and they're all nothing. Even once I go into the realm and I cross over, it's just like mother, chair, car, world, everything distorted, nothing. It's just like everything's nothing.
Almost in the sense of a matrix.
Yeah, a matrix with like no form. It's not like there's a up or down. There's a we're going this way. There is a that way. There isn't a that way. You're not going. You're not coming either.
It's almost, as you're saying, everything is all wrapped into one, which makes it nothing.
Exactly. You're at 0 point of everything.
Because if everything is everything, then everything is nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. That's exactly where it is. And that's what you are when you die. As like a spirit, that's what you are, and that's what you become. It's nothing. And like people create religion because that nothing,
Yeah.
they want to make that nothing something.
No, I feel you. It's the worst thing any creature with a conscience can think of is having to go to something next that has nothing.
Because everybody wants to be more. Everybody wants to be like more than. Nobody ever just wants to just be. Everybody wants to be more than. That's why every time somebody dies or passes away, they're like, oh, they had the biggest funeral.
Well,
They had
most
the
people.
biggest
Most
thing.
people.
You know, they had the biggest send off. It was the best, this, that, and the third. When it's like really like.
What does it actually mean to them? Because
They weren't even in the body. You did that for you or for the feeling of them or the people to give the elation that this happened, but none of that actually happened. They're not even in the body anymore. You just did it because that's the little ritual that you have in your human mind to go through to make you feel better.
Yes, it's a selfish act.
But, we don't like look at it that way.
No, that's why I'm a big supporter of being able to take somebody off of life support. Because, yes, it might hurt you in the moment, but think about the person who's going through that. Just not life support, be it terminal cancer and it's not going away. Why would you make them suffer 6 months when those 6 months are going to be straight agony? If they want to go, if it's a fact they can't recover, I feel we should give people the power to end their own life in certain circumstances. But most of the time, it's not up to the individual who's in pain. It's up to the family. And the family is too afraid of the pain they're going to feel once that person is gone. And they're never truly taking into account the person who's going through the pain.
Yeah, I do respect a lot of people who be like, oh, this person's going through this pain, so I took them off this. I took them off the life support so that they can go, cross over to the other side and, go do their thing. Be nothing, basically.
Got you. Yo, bro, it goes back to the thing. When everybody has superpowers, nobody does, bro.
That's true.
And it's so funny you said that because they've been made a whole lot of shows now where people got all these special gifts and like everybody's got gifts and you're walking around and you see everybody, somebody's floating this up, some kids walking through the walls, some this, that. And if everybody's got it, it's like...
Well, it's not any different from how life is now. It's one person can jump 10 feet high. Another person can do planks for 8 hours.
There we go.
It's just a different form of power.
Exactly.
Okay. How do we feel about political hypocrisy? Hypocrisy. Tomato, tomato. Okay, I'm going to give the example so you guys could think about it.
Go ahead.
Joe Rogan, when Bernie Sanders was still running,
I don't follow political, so I don't.
No, okay, that's cool. He put his vote in for Bernie Sanders. Mm-hmm. The left basically shit on Bernie because people view Joe Rogan as a Republican. But then Joe Rogan, once Bernie went out, he put his vote in for Trump over who's the guy, Biden. People are mad that Joe Rogan is supporting Trump and not Biden, yet Biden has just recently been hit with multiple sexual assault claims. So why is it okay for these people who are supposedly so open-minded, so liberal, the moment any non-liberal gets a sexual assault or anything like that, they should be donezo, gone?
So you're saying, like, if they do go through that, they just switch?
No, I'm saying whenever somebody on the left gets in a situation that normally would end somebody's career on the right, it doesn't for the left. And there's not a same standard. So what I'm trying to say is Joe Rogan doesn't believe in Biden because he half the time can't remember his own speech. And that's why he's going with Trump if those are the two options. And he's not even bringing up the sexual assault claims. Yet people are mad at him. By the way, he was going to vote for a Democrat in Bernie. But once Bernie dropped out, okay, I have a different... My point is, first off, just because you're a Democrat doesn't mean you have to vote for every Democrat if it's a shitty Democrat.
Right.
And then secondly, how are you going to support a Democrat for doing something that if a Republican did those same acts, you would be all over the Republican or conservative, whatever word you want to use?
Well, the way I look at it is, it looks like he is selecting the candidate that he feels he should put his support behind, and I don't think there's any. What am I looking for here? I don't think there's any meat or any. There's nothing on the bone for Biden that Joe would want to get behind. And if you're behind Bernie, then you're, because Bernie's always like, he's
different.
He talks more for the people, he's less about the big corporations and for the people and so on and so forth. So if you're a person like Joe Rogan and you're for the people, you're going to want to get behind Bernie. But if he goes down and he sinks, that your ship goes down, you know what I'm saying?
But just because another Democrat pops in his place doesn't mean you're going to support that Democrat if they don't
support the same thing.
Yes, the same views.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You're right. I wouldn't do that. But you said he supported Trump after that.
Yeah,
right?
Because he doesn't believe in Biden.
But doesn't that,
and Trump is a Republican.
Yeah, but isn't those two
and that's
different
what
ideas?
he should do. Yeah, I wouldn't believe in Biden because Biden's kind of creepy.
He's old as shit.
He's like a little creepy. He's got that kid. He's got that. Isn't his name show up on that those charges with all the kid trafficking and all the charges that's being brought up?
I'm not sure about that, but I know
his name's on there.
multiple women have come out with sexual allegations.
Yeah, there's just way too much right there.
Well, but, for example, bro, when that whole shit was going on in Hollywood, all the people that individuals already didn't dislike, the moment one sexual assault claim came up, their careers are over. They're no longer directing. They're donezo.
Right. And then all of them popped up out of nowhere.
Yeah. But with Biden, he's had multiple. And the Democratic Party is not bringing it up. The news ain't saying shit about it. So what happened before Believe Every Woman? Every woman is telling the truth. But that's only the case if the women are coming out against somebody you don't like, or they're conservative, or they're Republican. I'm just trying to bring out how... What do I always say, bro? If you're going to support, or if you're going to make a statement about one side of something, you need to be consistent on every layer of it.
Right.
You just can't say, "Oh, I'm never going to cheat," unless it's an ugly bitch, unless it's a dumb bitch. The list goes on. Well, then what's the point of you saying I'm not going to cheat? Don't say you're not going to cheat. You're going to cheat.
Are they not bringing it up because he's not relevant?
No, Biden, he's the Democratic leader right now. If everything goes according to plan, he's going to be going up against Trump for the 2020 president candidacy.
Well, from what I see with Biden, everybody's consistently bringing up his sexual assault and his touching of the children that he loves to do so much that I've seen.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know what you're watching, but the main news, they're barely bringing it up.
Yeah, because, yeah, he has a serious touching problem. Yeah, he has a serious touchy-feely. He'll just be rubbing on the kids, and he has some issues.
Makes the people uncomfortable.
Yeah, Biden's got some issues.
Maybe that's just how he connects to people.
He's connecting a little too much.
Okay, so how do you feel people use science and facts nowadays?
Science and facts or science facts?
Science and or facts. But where I'm going with this, they more or less intertwine.
Kind of, yeah.
Just to be clear, when I say a fact is 100% true. Science,
It's like a hypothesis, though.
science is a hypothesis, and what we know of this realm is true. Because technically,
it's
science...
like saying we know the world spins, but we're not 100% sure.
Correct. From what we know about how this universe works, we believe water freezes at a certain temperature, so that's a fact.
Science
Right.
is a mathematical calculator for our reality.
Technically.
That's what we need to use it for. Like every little bit of what we refer to as science, from biology to whatever they use to structurize the weather, to whatever NASA uses for the sky, and whatever we use to measure the planet, all that equipment you see inside of a plane that tells the plane where it's at relative to the ground and all that other stuff. So basically, science is a measuring tool that we use to measure and calculate, ourselves in regards to the elements in our, all the elements in our body, every single element, earth, air, earth, wind, metal, all
Okay.
that stuff. That's basically, it comes through science. That's what it's for. And when you say science and facts, we need to correlate both, because in order to come to facts, you have to use science.
Yeah.
You have to use it to correlate fact, and that's basically where.
Sort of like a term of synonyms. Like we always been saying for like the past 2 weeks.
Yes. But we've been fucking up.
They're somewhat similar.
Yeah. But in this
We
case,
use
I
science to
would
get the facts, basically.
I would say it's more so equation in this sense.
Yeah.
You can't get facts without science. Would you agree with that statement? Normally speaking, or the way we're going in this route.
Yeah. Yes. Because I was even just thinking about, this that black and white, and is this, that, and this, that, and I'm like, yeah, well, if that comes out that, then yeah, well, without a doubt, that's what. How would you be for sure? Well, then you'd have to go in, use science, and you'd run a test, and it'd be 99 point whatever.
Yeah.
Sure,
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
So I would say you need science to get the facts.
Correct.
And depending on that situation, of course.
Okay. Now I'm going to take this to a left turn, right? Science is used to support that there is climate change, correct?
Correct.
And people shout from the rooftops, there is climate change, right?
They do.
And they use science and facts to support this, correct?
Right?
Correct. They do.
Okay. So why do we as human beings in this society use science to support climate change, even though not all the facts do support climate change, right? Because there are some theories out there saying this could be just a natural process of the earth. We are affecting it, but we don't know how much we truly are affecting it, right? But why, when it comes to sex itself, we don't use science? When science is 100% proven the difference between sexes.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, nowadays, if I want to, I could go out my house tomorrow and say I'm a woman. The next day, I could go out and say I'm a tiger.
So are you saying basically with all this craziness going on with people just picking whatever whatever they want to be, whatever gender they want to be, basically, should we just remove all that BS and just break it back down to science? Like, what does your XY chromosome say, and just leave it at that?
Yes, I am saying that. But I know there's a lot of people who are going to get offended by this.
They are.
But this is why I'm saying
Don't care.
bring the consistency, because most of the time those same people who say there's 69 genders also say
It's like
there's climate change.
I understand what you're saying.
You're right.
I understand what you're saying.
And science
Supports-
proves this fact that there's climate
Okay,
change.
that makes sense. Because
So,
it's like saying if I go out and-
support the fact that you're no longer a woman.
it's like saying if I go
Does
out and I
science
mentally
support the
think I'm a
fact
woman, but my body.
You're no longer a man.
Okay.
But then, bro, you're the same person that'll say, but science supports climate change. Science supports whatever diet is better.
Science supports vaccines. Science supports this.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
Okay, so what does science support with your sex? But no, but that's different. That's
Yeah,
different.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
different
yeah,
though. So what I'm trying to say, you could use this logic for anything with the Constitution. Oh, we support free speech. Oh, you do. You support no slavery. Oh, that's great. How do you feel about the gun amendment? Oh, no, that's different. Lives are. That's different. Okay. It goes back to relationships. Don't lie to me about X, Y, and Z. But if you cheat, no, lie. I don't want to know about that. Or anything. It's just give me consistency. I keep coming on the podcast, and for the few people who do listen, where the fuck is this consistency? And Buffalo is so close-minded, it's even worse than normal. So it's like, come on, people.
Help me out.
That's true though.
And another thing, I don't have any specific stats because I didn't think we were going to have time for this, but it's the same thing with the coronavirus. Scientifically speaking, it's being called the Wuhan virus, and everybody's up in arms. That's racist. Yet scientifically, for decades, where a virus starts, be it a city, a country, a location, it's named from that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Lyme disease, the Middle East disease. I get facts to better support that, but I'm using that as an example.
Yeah.
I think that just happened with
Well, because
Social media.
Trump got in with calling it the Chinese virus, and everybody hates Trump. So if he does it, boo-hoo. But if Obama was still the president and called it the Chinese virus, nobody would bat an eye.
The thing is, if you actually think about it, did the racist connotation come from the fact that they named it the Wuhan virus, or did the racist connotation come from the way that Americans and or people were treating Chinese people throughout the outbreak that caused the whole racist connotation to be attached to it? You know what I'm saying?
But I would make the case, wherever anything is discovered, 99% of the time, that location is added to the name. Mm-hmm. Think about animals, certain animals. If there's 3 different types of tigers, and there's that one tiger that has blah, blah, blah location tiger, because you could only find it there.
Yeah.
Himalayan whatever.
Yeah.
There's Himalayan
Yeah,
goats.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, there's goats in Spain. It's called the Spanish goat.
Yeah, but the Spanish flu. This is what I'm talking about. We want to pick and choose. And hey, I know a lot of people are weak-minded in their followers, but just go out your mindset. If you're going to do it one way, let's try to don't beat around the bush. Let's just dig right through it. Consistent.
I mean, but also people don't exactly think of it like that either. Like you said, people are closed-minded. People, if you say like how you just said about the scientific way, like if you think of it this way. You're not going to think of it as the other way. Let's say colors of the rainbow. And you use different type of colors to make other colors,
Yeah.
right? But if you switch it and bring it back, it only makes one color.
Okay, I see what you're saying now.
You see? Like, if you use it one way, they're not going to look at it the other way.
But the problem with that, they're using it one way to make one color. Let's say they're making these new colors with a brush,
Okay.
but then they're trying to make other colors with a hammer. How did you go from the brush to the hammer?
I have no clue.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Maybe it's evolution, you know?
Yo-
Use the brush. Next thing you know.
Next thing you know.
Next thing you know, they
Well,
using
like
something like close to it. You know? It happens. Goes from a paintbrush to an actual brush. It still got the brush hands.
I would make in those cases, you're going from a nice fluffy brush that gets the colors mixed well.
Exactly.
And then for the next thing, you're using this hard, old ass, brittle brush that ain't doing half the job it should be doing.
But it still got the brush. See what I'm saying? It's all about the evolution. It got to that hammer sooner or later. I don't know what got to it, but it got there sooner or later.
I know what
saying.
you're trying to say, but stop defending these people, bro.
Just saying, you stay with one. I'm just like,
Are you sure you're not conscious right now? Taking the other side?
I'm just saying, you use one thing.
Yo, conscious. My conscious. Yo, can you butt in and stop this motherfucker?
Hey, man, come on.
Playing devil's advocate.
I'm just saying. You do
No,
one
but
thing.
was that a
You
good
do
point?
one
That
thing, you do another.
the science thing, how we're using a certain type of logic to support one chain of thought, but to use the same chain of thought with something that goes against what we believe in, that's when we break down. That's when we don't want to use it.
Yep,
Okay,
100%.
are you guys ready to get into the interview?
Sounds good.
Let's do this.
Okay.
Dun dun dun. Bow, bow, bow.
Okay. All right. So this is we're going to get serious and diverge into the list, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So first question. Are you religious or spiritual? I have to answer.
Spiritual.
Why?
Because being spiritual allows you to be free and attach yourself on a spiritual level to the environment as you see fit, and you don't have to actually adhere to anybody else or any kind of religious idealism or any dogism or any of the rest of that. You can just actually be you. If you want to worship the turtle, then that's just what you can. As a spirit, then that's if that's what you want, then that's what you can embody.
And from what I got from that, spirituality allows you to evolve and grow easier and more.
Yeah, without being in a box. You're not in a box. You're not in that religious box that just goes here, don't do this, don't do that, then you go there. Or you go there. You don't want that box.
Second question. What are your long-term goals? And you could take this however you want. It could be specific, it could just be a concept. Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
Long-term goal is to be teaching health and traveling a while from now, and most likely doing that with a female with the same mind state, a conscious female, doing the same exact thing on that level. But I would actually like to be basically teaching basically health and consciousness.
I respect that answer. What is your love language? This can be literally what is do you have a love language, or this could be metaphorically in terms of how do you speak, how do you show your love?
It's so weird because it's like a flip side to it because as soon as you asked that question, I wanted to just come straight out of the gate and I just wanted to say sex is my love language because I need it. Like, I need a very, very advanced, broad sexual array for a woman to have. Yeah, spectrum for me to be, like, interested in her. But if she is intellectually stimulating,
It makes up.
Yeah, she can make up for some of that, but I'm trying to go into one of my relationships and get the perfect answer, but the idea is
It's tough, man.
no, the idea it really is when we can talk about sex, we can talk. I feel like, and it's kind of crazy, I feel like when we can talk about sex, like any kind of way, like when we can talk about sex freely, we can talk about anything. We can go into anything. But if we have problems talking about sex, because I've realized that, because I went back into one of my relationships and I realized that
A lot of women are like that, though.
one of my girls had like a block where she couldn't actually engage with me on that sexual level and go back and forth and talk about what she liked and what she didn't like and what she liked done to her and this, that, and the third. And so that right there, it caused like a communication block, so to speak, because I couldn't flirt with her on the level that I need to be able to flirt with to open up certain things. Because I can just start talking about sex with a girl and be flirting with her about something, and that'll actually turn the conversation into something more serious. It can go from sex to this to orgasms to mental orgasms to how you have them to where, how, and then they'll go into a whole nother conversation, all because of that one little thing. But if you don't even have that door for me to open into that's horrible for me. I can't. It's like just bumping into a wall all the time, and I have to go. And if I use that as my language and I can't use that with you, it's just like I'm trying to. And the
find
fucked up
another leeway.
Yeah,
you gotta find a.
And the messed up part is, if she's not on that same wavelength as I am, it comes off as me being like some kind of horn dog or something.
Or a creep.
Yeah, when I'm not. I'm actually trying to communicate with you, and I'm just trying to do it on my level.
Sex is your gateway to more things. The discussion of sex, not the physical act itself, but just the concept of sex, the discussion.
Yes.
It gives, I can understand that.
Yo, because, okay, you know how there's that saying, women would always say, oh, I can tell who a man is, or I can tell how good a man is in bed by how he dances. Mm-hmm. I can make the same case about sex. I can tell how a woman truly is, at least from a base, a core level, by how she reacts to sex, how she talks about sex, how her sex actually is. How intimate is this woman? How open is this woman? How confident is this woman?
Yeah. That is it. It's fun. I wish I could have said that, but that's exactly what I'm getting. That is, when I throw that out there, that's that hook that I'm using, and they don't understand it's a hook. I'm like, I'm trying to see where your body count is, even though you think I'm not going to know. I'm going to pick up on little cues and little things you're saying that's going to tell me whether or not you're a whore, you went through your whore phase.
Which, by the way, I always respect a woman who can admit to having those phases. Because most women, especially nowadays, will have those phases. It's just the way our society has groomed that mindset.
But again, if we don't have this conversation...
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? We will never actually understand what it is we're dealing with on what level.
Yeah, what level?
And so that's why I always have that conversation with them to see how close they are. Because you can see, you might be just dealing with something that's really, really gentle and fragile, or you're probably dealing with something that's just been used, abused, and just beaten up. And, because you can either catch a woman that's in her phase where she just wants to be dicked down, or you can catch a woman when she's in a phase where
she's broken down.
And she actually wants to be taken, like doesn't need to be broken anymore. Like she's fragile at that point. You get what I'm saying? And you'll know based off of those things because that vagina, her vagina holds all the keys to cues to what it is she's gonna say and how she holds on to things. You know, as soon as I'm talking to a woman and they go, "Oh yeah, well I'm practicing, or I'm abstinent, so I'm abstaining from sex right now."
That just means you've been through the woods.
Niggas been smashing, not calling you back.
Exactly.
And shit has not been, you've been sucking dick and shit has not been going your way. And you just said, all right, whoa, no dick for at least like a year. My fucking head is
Let me
fucking.
get this together.
Dickmatized.
Exactly.
My head, I'm fucking spinning. Yeah, let me get
Let
my
me
shit.
figure out what's going on here.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Let me get my pussy back in order. And, you know, let me back up off of this. And, because, you know, if you talk to a girl and she's sound and she can, because you got those girls that you can talk to them and you can sense that she went from that guy and then that guy didn't really work out. And as soon as that wasn't done, a week or 2 weeks later, she starts talking to that guy. The next month, she's just fucking another guy smashing. And then you got those girls that they'll be with a guy and you'll talk to them. They'll be with this guy and they'll be with that guy for a while, into that guy for a long time, trying to make it work with that guy. Sometimes we're that guy, you know what I'm saying? And then it doesn't work, but they don't just go hop on a new dick. Like that girl will just be like, yeah, so I kind of just been staying to myself, or I just been doing this, or I just been, and that's the girl that doesn't have 560 trillion bodies. That's the girl that's like emotionally sound in her head where she doesn't have to actually hop on a new dick just to get through the month or get through the week. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. That's basically why I use sex as my language, because I use it as a fishing tool. Because as you start to talk about it, it's going to hit all their little cues and they're going to bring up things. They're going to bring up the X. You know, they're going to tell you if XYZ had a little dick. They're going to tell you if they like, you know, if they like it rough or not, or if they, you know, if they're into this or if they're not into that, or, you know what I'm saying? They're going to bring up those things. And then you, along the lines, like I said, you get to bounce off of that and find out more about them.
Okay. Red pill or blue pill? And I know you're a big film fan.
Red.
Why? Why are you picking the truth over the ignorance?
Because it takes you down the rabbit hole, and it basically, not only that, it sends your roots into the ground. It basically sends your roots into the ground. Like, you take the red pill, you go down the rabbit hole, sends your roots into the ground, you begin to grow more. You take the blue pill, you're going to stay right where you are. You're going to keep going in that circle. Ain't nothing going to change. You're going to keep smiling, and that's it. You just going to keep, you're going to be an idiot in bliss, you know what I'm saying? Which
blissful ignorance.
Sometimes we look out there and we go, oh, man, look at that idiot. Like, they're like, oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, they're in bliss, but they have no clue. You know what I'm saying? You have no clue what's going on.
So let's say hypothetically, yes, you're going with the truth over the ignorance. What if the truth brings you nothing but pain? You would still rather have the truth if the ignorance brings you nothing but bliss?
Yes. I'd rather have the truth. I'd rather have the truth. I'd rather have the pain. Without a doubt.
Why is that?
Because as fucking simple as this answer is,
I want to see if it's like close to what I said.
the pain is real. Like, the pain is real.
You know what's happening to you is actually occurring.
The pain is real, but not only that, it's everything else you're experiencing is real. Like, even if, like, you deal with your friends and you talk to your friends, you're like, yo, man, don't bullshit me. If you're going to tell me something, tell me the truth. If you're going to this, that, tell me the truth. Because you want to be able to deal with real things around you. Because if you tell people that and you're dealing with the truth on a system basis, you can be dealing with real things, real emotions. Because people are going to be, they're going to be real with you. You know what I'm saying? But if people feel like you're an idiot or a blissful idiot, if people feel like, yo, if I tell dude this, he's not going to handle it. You know, you got those people because they're blissful idiots. Like, nah, I don't want to burst his bubble. You know, he's living in that bubble. You know what I'm saying? Now what? You got people around you being what? Fake. You get what I'm saying? So you want to create that air around you where it's like, yo, be real with me. I want realness around me so that you feel real. So
No, we all agree with you. We just want to get you on record specifically.
Yeah. Because I say you can just learn from it, even if it is pain.
yeah.
You can learn from it.
Yeah.
Well, that's the only way to truly grow, too. You
Exactly.
can't grow if there's no lessons.
Exactly.
Okay, so the last serious question is, who are you in the dark? You could take this literally. You could take this metaphorically. So we had a guest who literally said what he does in the dark, but most people take the route of
What do they do or how they act when no one's around?
when you're isolated. Who is your truest self? You can answer both ways. You could take it down a completely different road. Just whatever comes to your mind. Who are you in the dark?
I consider myself like a modern day shaman, somebody who basically works in the dark as like a healer or fixer, because no matter what it is I'm doing, I'm trying to facilitate some kind of solution for whoever's around me. I'm trying to,
But using the most purest form of facts.
yeah, and I'm trying to do it from my experiences versus whatever it is they're going through, to basically kind of help them through whatever it is they're going through, but at the same time, basically do my part in the situation wherever it is I'm at. Like if I'm in a situation, I don't just go anywhere and be in a situation and just be like, oh, I'm going here to do this. Once I'm in that situation, I'm like, all right, I'm here in this situation. I'm interacting with these people on this level. Why? To facilitate what? To do what? How am I supposed to correct or do something? But even if I'm with a female, every single female I'm with, I'm like, as soon as I'm with her, I'm like, okay, what's going on with this female? What does she need in her life? Does she need like a man to show her what it's like to be a good woman in her life? Does she need a man to bring her to an orgasm so that she can appreciate her body? I'm constantly always trying to figure out a way to
Improve a situation.
Yeah, improve a situation and figure out my role in that situation and how to improve that situation from my standpoint.
I respect that.
So that's basically why I even started off saying like I'm kind of like a fixer, healer, so to speak, whatever. Because when I'm in any situation, I look at myself as some kind of healing catalyst. You know, if I was on your body, I'd be one of the pieces that starts making the scab when you get cut or some shit like that.
Well, the vibes I got from you when I first met you and ever since, you are always, just let's say from a nutritional perspective, you're always trying to show a person the best way to go about a healthy living without there ever being a financial gain, which is a big difference between what you recommend and what companies recommend. Obviously, companies are going to recommend something that they can make the highest profit. You would be the purest form of a shaman because they're using... Well, the definition of a shaman is there's no profit from it. There's the only gain they're getting is the satisfaction of helping others.
Basically, yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to get into the Rhinos and Aliens questions.
Yeah, the funny ones.
Okay, so... Conscience, what's your question that you like to ask motherfuckers?
When it comes down to masturbating, do you use lotion or use bare hand?
Do you lube that shit up? Or do you just say, dry herky-jerky?
Dry herky-jerky. What the fuck is that?
All right, well, I don't masturbate anymore.
Okay, so when you masturbated?
I used either coconut oil or shea butter. You don't want to use lotion. It dries up. You got to go back and get more. It dries up. You got to go back and get more. You use coconut oil, you're good throughout. You use shea butter, you're really good throughout. It's like a little slick, a little too slick. Might get a little happy there, but, you know.
That's the only reason why I don't recommend Vaseline. It's too much.
Yeah.
It's too much. It's like, oh, I'm getting really... Oh.
You don't use Vaseline because you just don't want to clean. That's
a mess too, yeah. Yo, but that's a good point. You use shea butter, not only do you get a nice little rub, but you're also healing your dick at the same time.
Exactly.
You're breaking your penis muscles down to build them straight up.
Vitamin E and F and
Yep. And by the way, get the natural shea butter straight from Africa.
yeah, good stuff.
The good stuff.
Okay, so if X, our female host, was here, Daniel, what would she say?
I have no clue.
Creamers?
Oh, yeah. Creamers or squirters? Which one do you prefer?
Oh my God. Squirt, baby. Fucking squirt.
That's perfect.
For me, squirt, and squirt all over the damn.
Okay.
Okay. The
Follow-up
next question.
Oh, okay.
Next question. If you was eating her out, would you still prefer squirters or creamers?
First of all, I don't do the whole creaming thing. I don't believe in creaming. I always just, from my research, I don't believe in creaming. I think any of those chicks that quote unquote creaming, I think they got yeast infections. But the whole
shit.
the whole squirters are squirting. They're squirting. When I'm down there, squirt away and squirt. The creaming thing, like I know some girls like they get a little bit wetter and slipperier, but not if it's white and frothy. No.
It's the first time I ever heard that.
No.
Yo, for real.
No, if it's white and frothy, no, that's not right. That's like, no. That's her immune system working down there. That's not her getting all, you know what I'm saying? You watch those pornos, you see her getting all that white frothy and it's all, no, that ain't supposed to be happening. No.
So that's the only thing you experienced with squirters?
Well, no. I've had some, what you guys like to refer to as creamers. But clear, not white and stuff with all that, because that, again, that's no. Because I've had, my girls had, a yeast infection before, and I've seen that before, and, yeah, that's what that is. I haven't, it doesn't go the other way around.
Laying down the facts.
No.
Right.
A lot of men listen to it is like, oh, God.
No. He's like, oh, man, she said she was creaming real heavy. Nah, bro. Her pH was off. Straight cheese, her pH
Shit.
was off.
That's hilarious. Yo, that's hilarious.
Okay. Butt play. How you feel about it?
I'm all for it if she's all for it.
Okay.
I'm
now-
not the kind of guy that is gonna try and talk a girl into it.
But if she wants
if
it.
she wants it, or she's willing to experiment with it, I can do the same. I can do it too. You know what I'm saying?
What if you guys never talked about it and you, let's say you're hitting it from the back, and then you was like, I wonder, would you do it? Just to get to see how she reacts, or
Thumb in the butt?
In all honesty, I don't know. That's kind of standard. They all get a thumb in the butt. Sometimes you just gotta see, because that's another one of those moments where you gotta see what kind of girl you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying?
It is. It's like, if she likes this, but then it's like if she don't,
and they don't know, and it depends on how you do it. Because I've talked to women before, and some of them would be like, this person did it before, and even after I did it with them, they're like, "Oh, I like the way you did it. This other person did it the first time, it was and it hurt, and this, that, and third. But the way you do it, this, that, and third." And I was just
I normally get they are not, especially if it's a surprise. They hate it when it's directly forced, straight up.
Yeah. That's what I get.
Got a massage.
I don't like doing.
At
I
least
just
that's
don't
what I
like
heard.
doing.
I don't do it. What I'm saying, that's what I heard.
No, same here.
I don't like surprising anybody. If we're gonna do it, it's got to be it's got to be something that we have a conversation on, or something like that, and this, that, and the third. And then it's sometimes you can always use the thumb. If she's perfectly fine with the thumb going in there, you might be
Use the whole thumb or up to the knuckle.
Oh, I thought he was getting more so. Oh, you like the thumb? Let's test out this.
Well, you gotta keep going with the thumb.
That's what I'm saying. Because if you use the whole thumb, that's when you start questioning.
Are we thinking about the same thing?
Yeah. If she takes the whole thumb, then it's like maybe I can. Exactly. But if it's just like
And
half a knuckle or
honestly,
something, and if she stops you, then you're like, oh, okay, I see how this is gonna go.
If I ain't even lying, like some women, like if your pussy is whack, give me some ass. Like, straight cheese, because I've been in some pussy before, and I was like sitting there, and I was like sitting there hitting, and I was just like,
This ain't doing it.
you know, I'm looking at that asshole looking tight as hell. I'm just like, listen, that's looking a lot more better than this right now.
So we're talking about the tightness and the lubrication of the pussy itself, right?
Yeah, basically, yeah. And you're just like, yo, and then sometimes you're just being a pussy, and they'll just be like, I don't know, flopping around loose, kind of wallless, so to speak, and you just be up in there. You know, sometimes
sticking a hot dog in the hallway.
Just be lame, and you just be like, he's just like, you know what? Jesus. Yeah, it's like, oh man, can I please go on door number 2?
That's when you gotta hit extra hard to get some type of feeling. Yo, I hate doing that.
Everything
When you experience the in and out instead of the whole inside.
Exactly, bro. That shit is
In and out.
you hitting straight vagina.
Yo,
walls,
my
like,
man
the bone.
said it. He said it just now. You're feeling the in and the out.
Yeah, that's all you feeling is in and out.
Yeah, you hitting that
I was
bone.
explaining this the other
there
day
before.
to this girl. I was like trying to explain. I was like, yo, when we initially go in, she's like, I don't understand what this pussy with no walls. It's like, yo, it's because when we initially go in,
You feel
like,
something.
We feel it right there, and because that's all we feel, we're like,
That's it.
I'm gonna go all the way out.
I'm going all the way back out and
and
I'm pulling all the way back in.
Yo, dead ass.
Because this is all you got is that all you got is the entry. After it goes in here, it's like a whole dance hall. It's like
Your shit literally dangling inside there like this.
The entry is the doorway, and
Yes.
the vagina is the massive wall.
Yes.
Feel a fucking breeze as soon as you go all the way.
yes.
You use your dick muscle to flex it and then you just
Yo, dead ass.
That's when you have to start doing the rotation. Just to
Oh
You gotta-
my god.
You're like, ooh.
Oh my god.
You gotta make sure you hit something.
You like,
Yep.
fuck, we trying a
There's
different
nothing
position.
up in there, man. There's nothing up in there.
That-
I would
I'm
make the
telling
case
you.
too. The only other thing you feel is if you reach all the way back. So you're reaching the entry and the,
Oh.
Yeah, and then you hit the
But
back.
then you gotta go balls deep.
yeah.
And if you
literally
still
gotta
don't feel
fold her
nothing,
and
you got a
shit.
problem.
You gotta fold her and then just dunk her shit.
Yeah.
Hey, yo,
Like,
that's not true. Like, hitting the back of the pussy does nothing for us. That's just for our ego. What we really need to feel good is
the
we
tip
need
of our
those
dick.
side walls to be. We
Yes.
need to
Yeah.
feel like we're being hugged when we go in there. Like, we're being loved.
Oh,
That's how
warm
we're
and
going.
shit.
Yeah, we're being
Yeah.
loved. You know, not like we go up in there and there's like space for our arms.
See-
and shit.
My thing is, if a woman's doing a Kegel on your dick and you still can't feel the walls, that is a straight.
that's a problem. We have a problem.
But that is it right there. Because I've just found that women who ride bikes exercise like that, like, oh my God. Because I remember, oh my God, if they ride bikes, if they do squats, if they do the abductor machine, or if they're a
They
gymnast or
will
any
fuck
of that,
you up.
they got that good shit. If all
That's
she do
that
is
shit
sit
that-
around, she don't do nothing, she don't play no sports, she don't jump up and down. Because you ever see that those Kegel, those fucking bouncy classes, rebound classes they be having on those things bouncing?
Yeah.
When they're bouncing on that whole time, they're tightening that pussy muscle like that, tight. That's when they're playing sports. They're doing the same thing. So when you get those girls, what? Super tight pussy. You get those regular chicks that don't run, don't play no sports, just be that pussy
Well-
gonna be bleh.
Well, this is why I say
That makes sense.
yes.
does make
It's
sense.
always good to look at a woman who's
It's a muscle.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is.
It's always good
I
to
never
look.
looked at it that way though.
No, it is. It's always good to look at a woman who's naturally thick and who has naturally a fat ass. But I will always take the woman who worked for her thickness and worked for her ass because the pussy is always going to live up to the hype more often than not.
Because the pussy's working. The moral of the story is, when she's working out, the pussy
pussy's-
is working out. You know what I'm saying? She don't work out, pussy don't work out, yo. And if niggas are stretching it out, that's just even worse. You just go get stretched out, come home, sit around, eat Oots hot chips and Slim Jims and Nutella. No, your pussy gonna be fucking lame, man. It's gonna be lame. You don't jump, you don't run no thing, you don't do no Pilates, you don't do no nothing, no leg things.
No, but the abductor thing is definitely true.
yes. I was even talking to a girl about that the other day about using that abductor machine.
Yo, even if a woman isn't in the best of shape. If she's consistently going to the abductor machine, like let's say she has some fat around her, right? Oh, normally she'll fall into the pile of, oh, her pussy's going to not be the best of shape. Mm-hmm. But if all she does is the abductor, even though she might have some extra fat, that pussy is going to be legit.
She hit because she hitting the spot. Or if she just makes sure she's out walking or just doing something that involves the
lower body.
The legs moving on a regular basis. Now, she just wake up, she's sitting down, she in a car, sitting down, she go to work, she's sitting down. It's just that shit's gonna be whack, yo. That shit's just gonna be lame. It ain't gonna be nothing to it.
Okay, to get back to the questions though. Thumb, you're good with. Penis, you're obviously good with. What about your tongue?
For the butthole.
Yeah.
I have to say,
because you fucked me up. You was like, finger you're good with, dick you're good with. I said, wait, what?
For my girl, yeah. I mean, but
no, eating ass is sacred, even more so than eating pussy.
I feel like it's if she's into it, you know what I'm saying? Because some girls are. It's funny, but some girls are into things, and just some girls are not.
Aren't. Yeah, I know.
You know, some girls like aren't even into you eating their pussy, which is odd. But some girls just aren't. They'll literally just be like, I don't like when guys just stand in the third. I'm like, can you come from it? You know what I'm saying? Because if you can come from it, I don't think you would, reject that.
Well, you know what I discovered recently? The reason why a lot of women are not fans of getting eaten out because a lot of men are trash.
That's true. No, that's 100%.
And I'm just not talking about tongue work. I'm talking about they just put their entire face down there. I've heard a couple women say that some guys got so desperate they used some chin action.
It's just
what?
It's you know what it is? It's bad because the idea is eating pussy is very, very, it's simple, but it's something that needs to be done consistently.
It's a craft.
And for a considerably long amount of time. And guys don't have a lot of patience. Like most guys only get down there for like about maybe 3 minutes,
max
4
5
minutes or something. Yeah, and they want to. Honestly, I remember I made this girl come one time down there. Yo, bro, I don't even know if you had that feeling the next day where you can't hear that thing underneath your tongue.
All of this is numb?
Yeah, and I was like almost talking like I am now. Like, I was down there for like 20, 25 minutes, and she finally blasted off. She thought it was the most amazing thing ever, but at the same time, it's like...
No, eating is a build-up. It's a workout.
Stay down there that long,
it's a workout.
And you have to like her. You have to give a shit. You have to like eating pussy. Like, think about that. You're down. That's a long time. That's a lot of fluid. Like,
most men don't even have overall sex for 25 minutes. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. Let alone eat the pussy for that long.
Right.
Yes, 100%.
Me, I love it. I'm down there as much as I can. Well, depending on the female, of course.
Okay, so we have 2 more. What makes you come? And this is answer how you want. You could pick your favorite. You could pick multiple. You could pick specific details. Just what are you willing to let us know? If a woman if you were talking to a woman and she popped that question to you, in terms of she wanted to know how she could make you come, how would you reply?
I would tell her to tell.
Obviously,
me.
If you're not in this,
because when you're asking me this, are you trying to say ask me what gets me excited to come, or what? What is the catalyst?
It could go that way.
It could be the catalyst. It could be the actual act itself.
Basically, it's. Man, if she's a squirter, that alone makes me want to come. That makes me want to come. It does, because when she's blasting off like that, it makes me want to come. Because usually when she squirts, I pull out my dick and I jerk off while she's splashing me with her shit, in her shit. I like doing that. So basically, I get excited when she fucking blasts off. That's one way. But the other way is when she basically says, come in me, or just come in my mouth, or fucking come in my ass or something like that.
Dirty taunts.
Yeah. So basically, when I'm prompted to,
That makes sense. So that's like the intimacy.
yeah. I guess the it's the whole
Energy.
the whole energy and the build up of it and everything. Like,
I would also say, just hearing a woman say "daddy" or "poppy,"
yeah.
come in me.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
It has to sound right though.
yeah.
It definitely does.
Yeah, it does have to sound right.
I don't need you to say it just to say it.
Yeah.
Oh, you could tell when a bitch is faking it too. But as he's saying, if the intimacy,
She say it out of nowhere. Just shut up. Just shut up.
Don't even say nothing.
Yeah, don't. No, just shut up. Yo, I said that to a female before.
no, but you can really tell when a woman is just that's part of her.
Repertoire. She's always says that.
Her act.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
yeah. You can tell.
But once you tell them to shut up, they get turned on.
yeah.
That's
But
the
as
part.
he was saying, the intimacy is there.
I never say shut up. That's just too weak.
Well, not
it's
exactly
all-
shut up. He's like, shut the hell up.
It's always shut the. It's
Usually shut the fuck up.
yeah,
Usually.
it's pretty abrasive.
And then they're like, oh, this man got some authority. Shut the fuck up.
It's the only time you can tell them that she can get away with it. Like,
Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, now the last question is a new
I say
question
shut the hell up.
I came up with. Okay. What would make you more jealous if you were married / in a very long committed relationship? Your woman / wife having a one night stand with a man, but she has no mental attraction to him and she will never see him again, or your woman never having any physical or sexual interaction with a man, but she is going to spend the rest of her life talking, getting emotionally and mentally attached to another man.
you said, which one would make me more?
Jealous, pissed off, what would irk you more? What would most likely cause you to end a relationship? Take it any way you want. Which scenario? Is it the physical interaction with another man?
It's the physical. It wouldn't be the emotional. Although I'm an alpha male and I like having the emotional and mental control of my lady. The fact that I have the physical control to fuck her and stick my dick in her would give me enough. What's the word I'm looking for here? It would give me enough reinforcement
That you're the man?
Yeah, it would be giving my ego enough reinforcement that like I'm the man, and that would give me, enough, strength and stability, so to speak, to basically not feel so much like, as long as she was giving me that, like, as my girl, along with the whole daddy and all the rest of that.
Yeah.
Because again, when we're in a relationship, when we're going through this whole sex thing, this whole act, we need a whole bunch of little things in there to basically make everything fit where it needs to fit, so that by the time we're done, we have that feeling like I am the man. So she would have to still make me feel like I am the man. If she was doing something along the lines of, say, we were kind of having like a dry relationship, and we were kind of having dry, boring sex, but then out of nowhere she'd want to go and have this nice, exciting conversation, or take pictures for such and such and send him pictures and be excited for like another dude, then I would just feel some type of way about it. But if she was still like my girl, giving me the ass, cooking for me and this, that, and the third, and then she kind of just had like
Another dude who she just talks to.
yeah, that was there. I would kind of label him like almost like a gay friend, because guys do that sometimes. Sometimes guys get stuck
In the friend
with
zone.
this guy. No, you get stuck with your girl. She's fine as hell. She's your girl. But she has this other guy that was there before you came along that you never really got rid of, and he's always just been there. It's been harmless, but he's just been there, and the only reason you've allowed them to be there is because you know what?
Because they're
He's
not
getting no ass.
Yeah. Yeah,
You get what I'm saying?
that makes sense.
Yeah, she's making you feel like the man. She's anytime anything goes on, she's like, oh yeah, Greg, he bought me a coffee today, this, that, and the third. You're like, oh yeah, fucking Greg, here he goes again. You know what I'm saying? So
Trying to get my girl.
Yeah.
He's not gonna ever do
waiting
it.
for me to fuck up. Fucking Greg over here. You know what I'm saying? So
That's true. That's definitely true.
basically.
Well, scientifically speaking, you went with the correct answer for a man.
On that note, though, why the fuck can't females just leave us alone then with the physical act? Because they are more emotional creatures, and like if they know for a fact that we're more, physical, and they know that we can go out there and do that, like. That's the thing with women. Like, by now, they should realize that we can go out there and have a sexual relationship with, like, a girl.
It doesn't mean shit.
Not even have her whole real name or anything like that. Won't mean anything. Won't need to call her tomorrow. Won't want to have a relationship with her or anything. And they just won't, they won't leave that alone. For some reason, they'll drive that home. It's like, you got cheated on, you got this, and you got that. And it's like... Every now and then, I don't even know if people know it, but I know married men do it. A motherfucker will go out and get some different pussy, and I don't think women even knows that, like, on the oddest, weirdest level, I don't want to say it spices up your relationship, but it kind of...
Entertains.
It keeps it interesting, so to speak.
Well, it's all...
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why women who don't fucking reel their man in and let their man just kind of do what they kind of want every now and then. It's just like, don't go out there fucking every single female, but like, if you go out and you have something with
once
some
or
female,
twice a year,
that's fine, as long as you're not like, I don't know, parading around as your shorty, making me look stupid. You get what I'm saying? Like, there's females out there that will let a dude go out and play and then come back, knowing that that's all he's doing, instead of creating a whole fucking argument of, this, that, and the third, and you cheated on me, and you slept with her, this, that, and the third, and you end up arguing with the girl. The girl doesn't care. She's a local hoe. She does this all the time. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't care about you. She doesn't care about your relationship. So why give her the energy when you can neutralize that bitch? You call a fucking girl that's trying to ruin your relationship, and you go, oh, what'd you do? Oh, he fucked me, this, that, and third. Anything else? Did you do anything else? Oh no, this, that, and third. All right, well, he's here with me now. This, that, and third. You know those girls that handle fucking side chicks like that? Those are those boss bitches. Those are the ones that, like, you don't leave. You don't leave those women right there, because those are the boss chicks that you stay with, because you just know, I can go out, do my thing, and even if the girl calls the house, my girl's just going to be like, fucking don't call here. You know what I'm saying?
And as we pointed out how men are so physical, if a man is willing to be with a woman,
A lot of women just not opposed to it at all.
It's because women don't like being lied to. A lot, that's why a lot of them be
Even if you tell them the truth, though.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
But my thing is, women are so evolved with the mental. So if a man is with you, coming home to you every single night, they're only doing that because of they're mostly doing that because of the mental attraction they have for the boss woman.
Mm-hmm. Correct. Yeah, correct. Without a doubt. A man doesn't even...
No, I've really changed my mindset on that. Before I used to say faithful 100%, but I've gotten to the point, you just see a bad bitch, or you just want to fuck it. Sometimes you just want to fuck another woman just so you realize how great the woman is at home.
I like what he said the second time.
Yeah.
When he said how great your girl is at home. Actually, sometimes going out and cheating will actually make you not cheat. Like, you'll go out and you'll cheat and you'll just be like,
oh, this is the hype?
Exactly.
This is not worth my girl. This is not worth anything. Because sometimes you just have a girl that's just like the bomb, and then
she's all over your.
But
dick.
you gotta see. I don't know. You just have to test it.
Yep.
You just have to test it. You like, my girl perfect and all, but
but this is a bad bitch.
let me see. And then you go and do it, and then it's like, shit.
It's the overall experience. Like, you'll go through it, and like something in the beginning might be rocky. You might have to force your way through like the foreplay or something weird or awkward. Then you get through the section, and that's fine. But then afterwards, it's like she's,
boring as fuck.
Oh, something is just, and you just like, And you feel kind of guilty, not about actually cheating, just because
You just
I
feel bad.
cheated and I cheated
And I didn't
a poor
enjoy it.
version of
I didn't enjoy it.
Yeah. And you just like, okay, this is why I shouldn't be cheating. You know what I'm
He's
saying?
like, you were nothing.
So it's like in that way, cheating kind of teaches you a lesson or
Like,
helps
damn.
you not cheat, so to speak.
Yo, that's hilarious.
But I tell people this too. People always think those people are married for years, are married for all those years and ain't nobody cheat. Nah, they married for years and early on the husband, he got caught at this, that, and the third, and the wife reeled him in, or this, that, and the third. How many husbands you got that done been out there and did something, but they come home? And then you got those wives that go, well, as long as he come home at night, I don't care what he do. You get what I'm saying? You just got to bring your fucking ass at home, you know what I'm saying? So you got those relationships too.
Bring your ass home.
Yeah. Yeah, you got those relationships too. Everybody thinks those big relationships, real relationships, involve cheating 85% of the time. 85% of the time. And people get
You
through
know,
it because
it's like,
you don't want to
I
lose the
believe
other
it.
person.
I believe it because Jay-Z and Beyonce,
Every relationship,
Jay-Z
bro.
cheated.
It ain't Jay-Z done cheat. Jay-Z cheated. Jay-Z done more than cheated.
Yeah, he
He's
did.
Jay-Z.
He
There
did
is
a
no
lot.
such thing as there is no nigga on earth that's a billionaire that has one pussy.
Exactly.
I'm sorry. I'm not traveling around in my G5. He ain't like he's traveling around with Beyonce all the time. He's with her here and there. He ain't with her all the time.
Do we honestly believe he never fucked Rihanna? Like, come on.
He's fucked everything. Why? Because if you're a billionaire fucking dude, you should be allowed to. I've even heard women say
You
that.
should
Like,
be allowed to.
no, but you could, because I've even heard women literally say, like, there's no reason that, like, a man of a high caliber man should actually just fully commit to, like, one woman. That doesn't even strategically make sense for, like, the planet or his species. You get what I'm saying? Like, even if you had, like, one powerful ass fucking or strong or very resourceful lion, would you want him to have one cub? No. You'd want to be out there fucking slamming everything, spreading seeds around everything. That's what you'd want. So that only makes sense as like a male. Like I say, as a male, if you can afford to have that woman and that woman, then you should have both of those women. If you can afford to have all of these extra kids, then you should be allowed to have all those extra kids. And when the woman explained it, that's exactly in the way she explained it. And if you have
that goes straight down to the DNA.
yeah. And the indigenous tribes, if you look at them, you're allowed to have as many kids and wives as you can support. If you can support all those wives and kids, then go ahead and just keep on having it. And down to our DNA, that's the way we are. But with the religious monogamous structure, it fucks everything up and it makes it seem like, quote unquote, we're dogs. When I tell people all the time,
The superior dog is the one who lays it down on all the bitches.
There we go. You know, the alpha.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, I don't have a problem with a guy who has 4 baby mothers. I have a problem with a guy who has 4 baby mothers.
And doesn't support them.
He doesn't support or take
Facts.
care of his kids.
Facts.
Because if he supports and takes care of his kids, what
He's
is he
doing his
now?
job.
Now he's a great father. If he doesn't, now he's a fucking deadbeat fucking loser that should have never busted a nut in his life, right? And it's only become based off of what? Is he doing his role? Is he performing his responsibility?
That's
you know
true.
what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, I like to live by that rule, and women don't understand that rule. Like, if I was to get you pregnant and I'm taking care of you and your kid, and I get her pregnant, and I'm taking care of her, and I'm taking care of that kid too, and I'm being a good father to him, why do y'all have a problem with that? Is it because I'm what? I'm not specifically just your man and only yours? Did I just come to the planet and am I only allowed to breed with only you based off of, I don't know, this structure that we now have?
This society that has now been formed.
Yeah, when, we already know there's two women to every man on the planet. So straight out of the gate.
Well, in terms of our history, historical genes.
Yeah, and I mean, they've done the numbers, and
It's like 60-40.
There's more women than men, and we need to, and when it comes down to good men, let's actually just take it a step further. Men that can actually take care of their kids and support their women. Now we're just talking about a very, very small. Now we just like, shit. If he got a job and shit, you might as well just give him some pussy. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Bottom line, you know what I'm saying? Instead of giving it to losers, because you got guys out there that fucking got 4 kids and They ain't got nothing, man. They got 4 kids. They, just got out of jail. They ain't got no job. Like, no. Those motherfuckers shouldn't be busting no nuts. But the rest of them, based off of your situation and what you're doing.
Now, to be fair, I do want to flip it. I also feel if you're a bum-ass mother, you shouldn't be having kids either.
100%. 100%. Because nowadays you're fucked. Because you can't do that bum shorty stuff. You need a shorty with a brain and a job. You get a shorty that's a bum because they have, in order for them to get assistance, before the government just like, here you go, you got a baby. Now it's just like, oh, who's the father? What's his name? Well, you're not getting any assistance. So they literally have to put your ass on child support or they can't get any assistance.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just for food stamps. So you got people out there literally just like, it was D-Ron. Give me my food stamps. Straight up and down. Put him on child support. Give me my food stamps. Straight up and down. So, you got to pick and choose carefully.
And by the way, going back to the whole relationship thing, relationships are always about compromise. Any successful relationship, 6 months, 6 years, 60 years, it always comes down to compromise. What are the two people willing to do to make the relationship work?
And that's what I don't like about relationships. And I try and actually have my relationships without very much to almost little compromise. I try and do a relationship where it's no, I'm serious. I try and do the relationship where it's like,
bitch, it's either my way or you ain't eating shit. That's basically what he said. Bitch, you gonna do what I say, or we ain't doing shit.
He's like, check it. It used to be that way when I came straight out the gate, but then I realized this shit ain't gonna work.
Yeah,
but
sometimes.
The idea is basically, I like to have a little whimsically relationship where it's just like, if we can be together and have fun seamlessly as like two people, like I'm with you and you're with me, and this is like working and we're doing what we're doing. Okay, all right, cool. Then that can work. But I'm not gonna actually try and go and compromise all these other things in my life if it doesn't actually go with the flow of things, because I just feel like if it's meant to be and it's gonna do what it's supposed to do, I just feel like there shouldn't be that much compromise. It should be flowing. It should be going. If this is supposed to be happening, these things should be flowing. Everything should be happening nice and seamlessly, and things should be going. There shouldn't have to be that much compromise. There should just be basically along the way. It should just be little things like stay in shape. You know what I'm saying? Maintain your job. Save money. Keep improving on your lifestyle. It shouldn't have to be like, oh, I have to move across the country now, or oh, I got to stop doing this right now.
Okay.
I don't feel like that. You know
I think
what I'm
when
saying?
you hear the word compromise, you're thinking about negative connotations. Whenever I say compromise, I'm just saying when two people, for example, the whole sleeping with other women. Most women aren't down for that, but the women who last with the same man for decades.
Okay, I see what you're talking about when you say compromise.
It's like an agreement. That's what you're saying, or
Yeah,
Well, it's a communication that never breaks down. For example, it's somebody has anger management issues.
right?
So the woman knows that she could bust your balls to a certain limit.
Right.
But she knows if you bring up a certain topic, that man is going to lose his shit. So there's a compromise. Even if the woman is right, because of who the man is, not to go to a certain level.
Right.
It's knowing the other person and knowing not or
Knowing
when.
what to do or what not to do.
Yes.
With that said, 100%. 100%. Yeah, 100%.
Because what you were saying, I agree with too, but at the same time,
I wasn't even seeing it from that point of view, but since you put it that way, yeah, 100%. Yeah, you always got to compromise.
yeah. In every long-lasting relationship, what makes them successful, be it the two people who have been poor their entire lives, be it two completely successful people, it's always compromise. Because two people, no matter how perfectly they match for each other, it's never going to be perfect. That's not life. That's not humanly possible. Like, it always comes down to this. What's a successful relationship? The relationship where they never argue or the relationships where they do argue?
Relationships where they compromise the most.
Yes.
That makes sense. Hell yeah. I
What the fuck
froze
it
a
is?
little bit. But yeah, we're going to do that 5-finger rhino thrust real quick. Number 1, what we going to do, my man? What we going to do?
We're going to like this video.
You going to like this motherfucking video.
Tap that.
hit the thumbs up. For number 2, what we going to do?
We're going to subscribe.
You're going to hit that subscribe button. And for number 3, right above subscribe, what you going to do?
Yo, Conscious, what we going to do? We're going to tap or hit that what?
That bell.
We're going to hit that motherfucking
Tap
bell.
that fucking bell.
Tap
man.
it, hit it, thrust it. It don't matter. Just make sure you hit the bell so you can get all of our notifications for when we post a video. For number 4, what we gonna do, Conscience?
Yeah, he knows this motherfucker.
Share that motherfucker.
To who?
Your grandmother, your auntie, your uncles, all that.
Yo, your
All
left,
that shit.
your left nut, your right nut, the booty hole.
The booty,
It better be
all
shared.
that shit. The
I better
shaft.
see this shit as soon as I get on Facebook.
Exactly. Share it to all. That was perfect. Share it to all social medias. Facebook. We on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and we work on other social media. So just make sure you just share it. Make sure you see. Make sure everybody sees it.
Just
Number
do
5.
it.
What we gonna do? No, what I want you to do. Actually, for number 5 is comment on this video.
Yeah, we got deep. This was one of the deeper episodes.
Exactly. Let's talk about anything that we just talked about. From the crazy topics, do you think science and facts is similar? Do you think they come to a perfect, how do you say?
Symmetry.
Symmetry, anything like that? Let's talk about anything. Did you like my man comments or for the questions? Anything.
Yo,
Just
by the
make
way,
sure you leave a comment.
yeah, respect. Shout out to Piper.
Shout out to my main man right here. Like he
Piper,
said in the
piping
beginning
it
of the
up.
video.
You know what it is, Piper.
Follow him on Instagram. All of that. We giving out shout outs too. Maybe.
Wait, yeah, what? Now?
No, not right now.
Oh, okay.
Talking about when we
Oh,
release.
yeah. Okay.
When we
Like, who we
release.
shouting out, bro?
Yeah.
Got you.
But also, guys, stay tuned. We got more guests coming very soon and all of the above.
All right. LOPH.
LLPH, peace out.
Cadoodle.
Wah wah.
Yeah.
If you want to subscribe, just hit this bad boy up here, that big fat rhino. If you want the newest video, to the right. If you want the recommended, to the left. And then, of course, our personal dick pic. Yep, right below. So thank you for joining us once again, and we hope to see you next week. So peace out.
Peace.